Hi everyone! Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Talking about daily life in English is important, but it can also feel challenging. You might not know how to describe the weather, talk about your commute, order at a cafe, or discuss global issues. Maybe you find it difficult to express your thoughts on money, work, technology, or relationships. Learning the right words and phrases will help you communicate more naturally and confidently in these everyday situations. In today's lesson, we'll cover essential daily life topics. You'll learn key phrases, useful vocabulary, and practical tips to help you talk about hobbies, health, socializing, work, food, and even global issues in English. This video includes content related to daily life topics that we've uploaded so far. Be sure to check each video and our website for further details. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. Are you ready to improve your English for daily life? Let's get started!
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to daily life. In this section, we'll explore key daily life vocabulary covering morning routines, household activities, work and school, leisure activities, and common errands. Let's get started. 1. Morning routine. The day starts with a morning routine. Here are some key terms. An alarm clock wakes you up in the morning. A toothbrush and toothpaste help keep your teeth clean. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. Taking a shower helps you feel fresh and ready for the day. Choosing an outfit means deciding what clothes to wear. Using a hairbrush helps keep your hair neat. Many people drink coffee to boost their energy in the morning. A mirror is used for checking your appearance. Deodorant and moisturizer help with hygiene and skincare. Reading the morning news helps people stay informed. 2. Household activities. Keeping a house clean and organized involves many tasks. Here are some important words. Cleaning involves wiping, scrubbing, and tidying up. Laundry means washing and drying clothes. Cooking is preparing meals for yourself or your family. Gardening involves taking care of plants and flowers. Organizing helps keep things neat and in order. Vacuuming removes dirt from carpets and floors. Dusting gets rid of dust from furniture and surfaces. Mopping cleans floors using water and a mop. Ironing removes wrinkles from clothes. Decluttering means getting rid of unnecessary items. Meal prepping is preparing meals in advance. Folding clothes keeps laundry neat after washing. 3. Work and school. Many people spend their day at work or school. Here are some common words. Commute refers to traveling to work or school. A desk is where people work or study. Homework is schoolwork done at home. A meeting is a discussion between co-workers or classmates. A schedule helps organize daily tasks and responsibilities. Deadlines are the dates when tasks must be completed. Break time is a short pause during work or school. School supplies include pens, notebooks, and other study materials. Emails are electronic messages used for communication. Presentations involve speaking in front of a group about a topic. Group projects require teamwork to complete assignments. Exam preparation includes studying for tests. 4. Leisure activities. After work or school, people relax and enjoy hobbies. Here are some popular activities. Reading helps improve knowledge and vocabulary. Watching TV is a common way to relax. Exercising keeps the body healthy. Shopping is buying clothes, groceries, or other items. Playing games includes board games or video games. Jogging is a form of running for exercise. Meditating helps reduce stress and improve focus. Hiking involves walking in nature. Painting is a creative hobby using colors and brushes. Baking involves making cakes, cookies, and other treats. Streaming movies means watching films online. Knitting is a craft for making clothes or decorations. 5. Errands and chores. Running errands is a part of daily responsibilities. Here are some common activities. Grocery shopping means buying food and household items. Banking involves depositing or withdrawing money. Mailing letters means sending documents through the post office. Paying bills ensures electricity, water, and internet services continue. Recycling involves sorting waste to help the environment. Car wash means cleaning a vehicle. Picking up prescriptions is collecting medicine from a pharmacy. Walking the dog gives pets exercise and fresh air. Dry cleaning is a cleaning method for delicate clothes. Visiting the post office involves sending or receiving mail and packages.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary for country life. 1. Rural areas and landscape. Countryside. A large area outside cities and towns, often with open fields, farms, and small villages. Farmland. Land used for growing crops or raising animals. Pasture. A grassy area where animals like cows and sheep graze. Barn. A large building used for storing crops and housing animals. Farmhouse. The main house on a farm, usually surrounded by fields and barns. Village. A small community of houses, often found in rural areas. Meadow. A field covered with grass and wildflowers. Orchard. A piece of land where fruit trees are grown, like apple or orange trees. Forest. A large area filled with trees and wildlife. Riverbank. The land along the sides of a river. Dirt road. An unpaved road often found in rural areas. Rolling hills. Small, gentle hills that spread across the landscape. Pond. A small body of water, often found on farms or in natural areas. Field. A large open area used for growing crops or raising animals. Ranch. A large farm where animals like cows and horses are raised. 2. Country living and daily life. Homesteading. Living in a self-sufficient way by growing food and raising animals. Gardening. Growing plants, vegetables, or flowers at home. Raising livestock. Taking care of animals like cows, chickens, and sheep for food or farming. Milking cows. The process of collecting milk from cows on a farm. Harvesting. Gathering crops like wheat, corn, or apples when they are ready. Horseback riding. Riding horses for work or leisure. Beekeeping. Taking care of bees to collect honey. Fishing. Catching fish from lakes, rivers, or ponds. Hiking. Walking through forests, hills, or mountains for exercise and enjoyment. Chopping wood. Cutting wood for fireplaces or outdoor fires. Baking homemade bread. Making fresh bread from scratch using simple ingredients. Living off the land. Surviving by growing food and using natural resources. Waking up with the sunrise. Starting the day early as the sun rises. Stargazing. Watching the stars in the sky at night, often clearer in the countryside. Local farmers market. A place where farmers sell fresh fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods. 3. Animals and farming. Cattle. A group of cows raised for milk or meat. Sheep. Farm animals that provide wool and meat. Goats. Small farm animals, often raised for milk or cheese. Chickens. Farm birds that lay eggs and are used for meat. Pigs. Farm animals raised for pork. Horses. Large animals often used for riding or farm work. Hay bale. A large bundle of dried grass used to feed animals. Tractor. A farming machine used for plowing fields and carrying heavy loads. Scarecrow. A human-like figure placed in fields to scare birds away from crops. Plow. A tool used to turn over soil before planting crops. Crops. Plants grown for food like wheat, corn, or vegetables. Dairy farm. A farm that produces milk from cows or goats. Henhouse. A small house where chickens live. Eggs. Food produced by chickens, collected daily on farms. Beehive. A structure where bees live and make honey. Grain silo. A tall structure used for storing large amounts of grain. 4. Challenges and benefits of country life. Peace and quiet. Rural areas are calm and less noisy than cities. Fresh air. The air in the countryside is cleaner and less polluted. Self-sufficiency. Many people in rural areas grow their own food and live independently. Wide open spaces. There is a lot of land and space compared to crowded cities. Small town life. Close communities where most people know each other. Slower pace. Life in the countryside is less stressful and more relaxed. Isolation. Some rural areas are far from cities and services, making travel difficult. Fewer job opportunities. There are fewer workplaces compared to big cities. Long distances. People often have to travel far for groceries, schools, or hospitals. Reliance on nature, weather, and seasons play a big role in farming and rural life. Rural traditions. Many countryside areas have strong traditions and a deep connection to history.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary for city life. 1. Urban areas and infrastructure. Downtown, the central part of a city where businesses, offices, and shops are located. It's usually the busiest area. Skyscraper, a very tall building, usually found in business districts. Many skyscrapers are used for offices or apartments. Apartment complex, a group of apartment buildings with shared facilities such as parking, a gym, or a garden. Business district, an area with many offices, banks, and company headquarters. It's where people go to work. Shopping mall, a large building with many stores, restaurants, and entertainment options like cinemas. Public square, an open area in a city where people gather for events, concerts, or festivals. Many squares have statues or fountains. Pedestrian street, a street where only people can walk and cars are not allowed. These areas are common in shopping districts. Subway station, a place where people board underground trains, often found in big cities. Bus stop, a designated area where people wait for the bus. It usually has a bench and a sign showing bus schedules. Taxi stand, a specific place where taxis wait for passengers. You can find them outside airports, malls, and hotels. Traffic light, a signal with red, yellow, and green lights that controls vehicle movement at intersections. Crosswalk, a marked area on the road where pedestrians can safely cross. It's usually painted with white lines. Highway, a wide road for fast-moving vehicles that connects different parts of a city or different cities. Bridge, a structure that allows people and vehicles to cross over water, valleys, or roads. Park, a green space in the city with trees, grass, and benches where people go to relax or exercise. 2. Transportation and commuting. Subway, an underground train system used in many big cities for fast transportation. Metro, another word for subway, commonly used in some countries. Tram, a street-level electric train that runs on tracks and is used for short-distance travel. Taxi, a car for hire that takes passengers to their destination for a fare. Rideshare, a transportation service like Uber or Lyft, where people book a ride using an app. Carpool, when multiple people share a ride in the same car to save money and reduce traffic. Pedestrian, a person who walks on the street instead of using a vehicle. Bike lane, a special lane on the road for bicycles to ensure safe cycling. One-way street, a street where traffic moves in only one direction. Rush hour, the busiest time of the day when people travel to and from work, causing heavy traffic. Traffic jam, a situation where many cars are stuck on the road and moving very slowly. Detour, a temporary route used when the main road is closed. Public transportation, a system of buses, trains, and subways used by the public for commuting. Fare, the amount of money paid for using public transportation. Ticket machine, a device where people buy tickets for buses, trains, or subways. 3. City activities and lifestyle. Street market, an open-air marketplace where vendors sell fresh produce, clothing, and other goods. Nightlife, the entertainment options in a city at night, including bars, clubs, and live music venues. Coffee shop, a casual cafe where people gather to drink coffee, work, or relax. Rooftop bar, a bar located on the top floor of a building with a great city view. Fine dining, a high-end restaurant experience with gourmet food and excellent service. Street food, inexpensive food sold by vendors on the street, such as hot dogs or tacos. Art gallery, a place where paintings, sculptures, and other artworks are displayed. Museum, a building where historical, artistic, or scientific objects are exhibited. Festival, a large celebration with music, food, and performances, often based on culture or holidays. Concert, a live music performance featuring a band, singer, or orchestra. Theater, a place where plays, musicals, and performances are shown. Community event, an event organized for local residents, such as fairs or charity runs. Urban gardening, growing plants, vegetables, or flowers in small city spaces like rooftops or balconies. Sightseeing, the activity of visiting famous places in a city. shopping spree, a time when someone buys a lot of things in a short period. 4. City challenges and issues. Pollution, contamination of air, water, or land, often caused by traffic and factories. Noise level, the amount of sound in a city, often high due to traffic, construction, and people. High rent, the expensive cost of renting an apartment in a city. Overcrowding, a situation where too many people live or gather in one place. Crime rate, the frequency of crimes, such as theft or violence, in a city. Cost of living, the overall expense of living in a city, including rent, food, and transportation. Traffic congestion, when too many cars cause slow movement on roads. Housing crisis, a situation where there are not enough affordable homes for people to live in. Air quality, the condition of the air in a city, which can be affected by pollution and smog. City planning, the design and organization of buildings, roads, and public spaces in a city. Urban development, the expansion and improvement of city areas, including new buildings and infrastructure.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary. 1. Types of weather. Sunny, when the sun is shining brightly and there are no clouds in the sky. Cloudy, when the sky is covered with clouds blocking out the sun. Rainy, when there is rain falling from the sky. Snowy, when snowflakes fall from the sky, usually in winter. Windy, when there are strong winds blowing. Foggy, when there is thick mist in the air, making it hard to see. Stormy, when there is heavy rain, strong winds, and sometimes thunder and lightning. Humid, when the air is warm and has a lot of moisture, making it feel sticky. Dry, when there is very little moisture in the air, often in desert-like conditions. Drizzly, when there is light, continuous rain. Overcast, when the entire sky is covered with clouds, but it is not raining. Chilly, when the weather is cool and a little cold. Icy, when the ground, roads, or surfaces are covered in ice. Hazy, when the air is unclear due to smoke, dust, or heat. Freezing, when the temperature is extremely cold, below the freezing point of water. 2. Weather conditions and temperature. Heat wave, a period of extremely hot weather that lasts for several days. Cold front, a mass of cold air that brings a drop in temperature. Warm breeze, a gentle warm wind. Frost, a thin layer of ice that forms on surfaces when temperatures drop. Thunderstorm, a storm with thunder, lightning, and rain. Lightning, a flash of electricity in the sky during a storm. Hailstorm, a storm that brings pieces of ice called hail falling from the sky. Misty, when the air is filled with very light fog. Blazing hot, extremely hot weather with strong sunshine. Bitter cold, very cold weather that feels harsh. Muggy hot and humid weather that feels heavy. Scorching, very hot weather that can be uncomfortable. Gusty winds, sudden strong bursts of wind. Drought, a long period with little or no rain causing dry conditions. Flood, when water covers land that is normally dry, usually due to heavy rain. 3. Seasons and climate. Spring, the season after winter when flowers bloom and the weather gets warmer. Summer, the hottest season of the year with long sunny days. Autumn, the season when leaves change color and the weather becomes cooler. Winter, the coldest season, often with snow and ice. Monsoon, a season of heavy rainfall in tropical areas. Rainy season, a time of year with frequent rainfall. Dry season, a time of year with little or no rain. Tropical climate, a warm, humid climate usually near the equator. Arctic climate, a cold climate found in polar regions. Desert climate, a very dry climate with little rain and extreme temperatures. Temperate climate, a mild climate with warm summers and cool winters. Polar vortex, a large mass of cold air over the poles that can bring freezing temperatures. Hurricane season, the time of year when hurricanes are most likely to occur. Seasonal change, the transition from one season to another. Wildfire season, a period when wildfires are common due to dry weather. 4. Natural disasters and extreme weather. Hurricane, a powerful storm with strong winds and heavy rain, often in tropical areas. Tornado, a fast-moving, funnel-shaped cloud that can cause destruction. Typhoon, a hurricane that forms in the Pacific Ocean. Earthquake, the shaking of the ground caused by movements in the Earth's crust. Blizzard, a severe snowstorm with strong winds. Tsunami, a large ocean wave caused by an underwater earthquake. Avalanche, a rapid fall of snow and ice down a mountain. Sandstorm, a storm with strong winds that blow sand and dust. Thunderstorm, a storm with rain, thunder, and lightning. Hailstorm, a storm that produces ice pellets called hail. Wildfire, a large fire that spreads quickly in dry forested areas. Landslide, a sudden movement of rocks and earth down a hill or mountain. Volcanic eruption, when lava, ash, and gases escape from a volcano. Ice storm, a storm that coats everything in a layer of ice. Heatwave, a long period of extremely hot weather. 5. Weather-related items and activities. Umbrella, a tool used to protect yourself from rain. Raincoat, a waterproof coat worn in rainy weather. Sunglasses, glasses worn to protect your eyes from the sun. Sunscreen, a lotion used to protect the skin from sunburn. Scarf, a piece of clothing worn around the neck to stay warm. Gloves, hand coverings worn to keep hands warm. Snow boots, boots designed for walking in snow. Windbreaker, a lightweight jacket that blocks the wind. Shovel, a tool used to remove snow from sidewalks and driveways. Sled, a flat vehicle used for sliding on snow. Air conditioner, a machine used to cool a room in hot weather. Heater, a device that warms a room in cold weather. Thermometer, a tool used to measure temperature. Ice scraper, a tool used to remove ice from car windows. Rain boots, waterproof boots worn in rainy weather.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary. 1. Modes of transportation. Bus, a large vehicle that carries passengers on a fixed route with multiple stops. Train, a rail vehicle that transports people between cities or through metro systems. Subway, an underground train system used for city commuting. Bicycle, a two-wheeled vehicle powered by pedaling. Car, a personal vehicle used for commuting independently. Scooter, a small two-wheeled motorized vehicle, often used for short distances. Tram, a streetcar that runs on tracks, usually within a city. Ferry, a boat that transports people and vehicles across water. Taxi, a car service that charges passengers based on distance traveled. Ride-sharing, a service where people use an app to book a shared car ride. Electric scooter, a battery-powered scooter used for quick, short commutes. High-speed rail, a type of fast-moving train that connects cities over long distances. Motorcycle, a two-wheeled motor vehicle used for faster and more flexible commuting. Carpooling, sharing a ride with others who have similar destinations to save money and reduce traffic. Walking, traveling on foot instead of using a vehicle. 2. Commuting time and challenges. Rush hour, the busiest time of the day when most people are commuting to work or school. Traffic jam, a situation where many cars are stuck on the road, moving very slowly. Delayed train, a train that arrives or departs later than scheduled. Crowded subway, a subway train that is full of passengers, often during peak hours. Missed bus, when you arrive at the bus stop too late and the bus has already left. Long commute, a lengthy journey to work or school, often taking more than an hour. Road construction, maintenance or building work that slows down traffic. Packed train, a train that is full of people, making it hard to find a seat. Weather delays, disruptions in travel caused by rain, snow, or storms. Unexpected detour, a sudden change in route due to road closures or accidents. Running late, being behind schedule and at risk of missing an appointment. Slow-moving traffic, cars moving very slowly due to congestion or other delays. Signal failure, a problem with traffic or railway signals that causes delays. Train cancellation, when a scheduled train does not run as planned. Bus breakdown, when a bus stops working due to mechanical issues. 3. Tickets and payment methods. Fare, the cost of a ticket for public transportation. Transit pass, a card or ticket that allows unlimited rides for a certain period. Contactless payment, a way to pay for tickets using a card, phone, or smartwatch without inserting or swiping. Ticket machine, a machine where passengers can buy tickets. Monthly pass, a transportation pass that allows unlimited travel for 1 month. Tap card, a card that can be tapped on a sensor to pay for transportation. Cash fare, paying for a ticket using cash instead of a card or digital payment. Digital wallet, an app that stores payment information for quick transactions. Transfer ticket, a ticket that allows you to switch between different types of transport without paying again. Discount fare, a reduced price for students, seniors, or frequent travelers. Express lane, a special lane for vehicles that need to move faster, often for buses or toll-paying cars. Zone-based fare, a ticket price that depends on the distance traveled or the number of zones crossed. Ticket validation, scanning or stamping a ticket to confirm its use. Refund policy, rules about returning a ticket and getting your money back. Boarding pass, a ticket that allows a passenger to enter a train, bus, or airplane. 4. Common commute locations. Train station, a place where trains stop for passengers to get on or off. Bus stop, a designated place where buses pick up and drop off passengers. Subway platform, the area where people wait for the subway. Office building, a workplace where many commuters travel daily. Downtown area, the central business district of a city, often a busy commute destination. School campus, a place where students and teachers commute for education. Parking lot, an area where cars are parked while their owners commute. Bike lane, a designated lane for bicycles on roads. Highway, a major road where cars travel at high speeds. Pedestrian crossing, a marked area where people can safely walk across roads. Commuter hub, a central location where different transportation systems connect. Taxi stand, a designated place where taxis wait for passengers. Ferry terminal, a place where passengers board or leave a ferry. Ticket booth, a small structure where tickets are sold. Intersection, a place where roads cross and traffic moves in different directions. 5. Activities while commuting. Listening to music, playing songs using headphones or speakers while traveling. Reading a book, bringing a book to read during the commute. Checking emails, looking at messages and responding to work emails. Sleeping, taking a short nap while commuting. Texting, sending messages to friends or family. Watching videos, streaming or downloading videos to watch on a phone or tablet. Studying, reviewing notes or reading for school or work. Playing mobile games, using a smartphone to play games while commuting. People watching, observing other passengers and their behaviors. Daydreaming, thinking or imagining things while looking out the window. Working remotely, using a laptop or phone to complete tasks while commuting. Chatting with a friend, talking to a companion while traveling. Planning the day, organizing a schedule or making to-do lists. Browsing social media, checking updates on platforms like Instagram or Twitter. Listening to podcasts, playing audio programs that discuss different topics.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary. 1. Types of drinks. Espresso, a strong concentrated coffee served in a small cup. Cappuccino, a coffee drink with equal parts espresso, steamed milk, and milk foam. Latte, a coffee drink with more steamed milk and just a little foam. Americano, espresso mixed with hot water for a milder flavor. Mocha, a combination of espresso, chocolate, and steamed milk. Macchiato, espresso with a small amount of milk or foam on top. Flat white, similar to a latte but with a stronger coffee flavor and smoother texture. Iced coffee, regular brewed coffee served cold over ice. Cold brew, coffee that is steeped in cold water for several hours, resulting in a smooth flavor. Hot chocolate, a warm drink made with milk and chocolate, often topped with whipped cream. Chai latte, spiced tea with steamed milk, similar to a latte but without coffee. Matcha latte, a drink made with green tea powder, steamed milk, and sometimes sweetener. Herbal tea, a tea made from dried herbs, flowers, or fruits instead of tea leaves. Green tea, a type of tea made from unoxidized tea leaves, known for its light flavor and health benefits. Frappuccino, a blended iced coffee drink, often topped with whipped cream. 2. Food and snacks. Croissant, a flaky, buttery pastry that is popular for breakfast. Muffin, a small, sweet cake that comes in different flavors, such as blueberry or chocolate. Bagel, a round, dense bread roll that is often served toasted with spreads like cream cheese. Sandwich, a meal made by placing ingredients like meat, cheese, and vegetables between slices of bread. Panini, a toasted sandwich made with thick bread and pressed in a grill. Scone, a crumbly, slightly sweet bread often served with butter or jam. Cheesecake, a creamy, rich dessert made with a cheese-based filling on a cookie crust. Brownie, a dense, chocolatey dessert that is usually cut into squares. Toast, slices of toasted bread, often topped with butter, jam, or spreads. Waffle, a crispy breakfast item made from batter and cooked in a waffle iron. Biscotti, a crunchy, twice-baked cookie often enjoyed with coffee. Donut, a deep-fried sweet pastry, sometimes filled with cream or jam. Granola bar, a snack made from oats, nuts, and honey, often eaten on the go. Quiche, a savory egg pie filled with cheese, vegetables, and sometimes meat. Avocado toast, a slice of bread topped with mashed avocado, often seasoned with salt and pepper. 3. Cafe atmosphere and facilities. Cozy corner, a small, comfortable area in the cafe, usually with soft chairs. Outdoor seating, tables and chairs outside the cafe where customers can sit. Window seat, a seat near the window, often preferred for its view. Barista, a cafe worker who makes coffee drinks. Self-service station, a counter where customers can get napkins, sugar, and stirrers. Free Wi-Fi, wireless internet that customers can use for free. Menu board, a large board displaying available drinks and food. Counter service, a system where customers order and pick up their food at the counter instead of being served at a table. Coffee roaster, a machine used to roast coffee beans, giving them flavor. Takeaway cup, a disposable cup used for drinks that are taken outside the cafe. Loyalty card, a card that allows customers to earn rewards for frequent visits. Napkin dispenser, a container holding paper napkins for customers. Sugar packets, small paper packs of sugar for adding to drinks. Coffee grinder, a machine used to grind coffee beans into fine powder. Tip jar, a container where customers can leave tips for the baristas. 4. Ordering and payment. To-go order, an order meant to be taken away instead of eaten in the cafe. Dine-in, eating food at the cafe instead of taking it away. Place an order, the process of telling the barista what you want. Cash register, the machine used to process payments. Contactless payment, a payment method using a card or phone without inserting it into a machine. Mobile order, ordering food or drinks using an app before picking it up. Credit card swipe, the action of swiping a card through a machine to make a payment. Receipt, a printed or digital record of your purchase. Customer queue, a line of people waiting to place or pick up orders. Table service, when food and drinks are brought to your table instead of picking them up yourself. Barista recommendation, a drink or food suggestion given by the cafe staff. Order pickup, the place where customers collect their prepared drinks or food. Coffee subscription, a service where customers receive coffee regularly, often at a discount. Extra shot, an additional serving of espresso in a drink to make it stronger. Refill, a second serving of coffee, sometimes at a lower price. 5. Coffee customization and preferences. Extra foam, more milk foam added to a coffee drink. No sugar, a request to leave out sugar from the drink. Soy milk, a dairy-free milk alternative made from soybeans. Almond milk, a plant-based milk made from almonds. Oat milk, a creamy, dairy-free milk made from oats. Decaf coffee, coffee that has had most of its caffeine removed. Double shot, 2 servings of espresso for a stronger flavor. Caramel drizzle, a sweet caramel sauce added on top of a drink. Vanilla syrup, a flavored syrup that adds sweetness and vanilla taste. Whipped cream, a creamy topping often added to coffee and hot chocolate. Cinnamon sprinkle, a light dusting of cinnamon powder on a drink. Sweetener packet, a small pack of sugar substitute for sweetening drinks. Ice cubes, frozen water added to make a drink colder. Strong brew, coffee that is made with more coffee grounds for a bold taste. Light roast, coffee beans that are roasted for a shorter time, resulting in a milder flavor.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to the economy. 1. Economic growth and development. Boom. A period of rapid economic growth where businesses thrive and employment increases. Recession. A decline in economic activity, often leading to job losses and reduced spending. Inflation. A rise in the price of goods and services, decreasing the purchasing power of money. Deflation. A decrease in prices, which can slow economic growth and reduce wages. GDP, gross domestic product, the total value of goods and services produced within a country in a given time. Market expansion, when businesses grow and enter new markets or increase production. Supply and demand, the relationship between product availability and consumer desire, which determines prices. Interest rate, the percentage charged on loans or earned on savings, affecting borrowing and investment. Investment, putting money into businesses, stocks, or property to generate profit. Productivity, the efficiency of production, measuring output compared to input. Innovation, the introduction of new ideas, products, or processes that drive economic growth. Economic policy, government strategies and rules that shake the economy, such as taxation and trade regulations. 2. Banking and finance. Loan. Borrow money that must be repaid with interest over time. Mortgage. A type of loan used to buy property with regular payments over years. Interest rate. The cost of borrowing or the return on savings, influencing financial decisions. Credit score. A numerical rating that reflects a person's credit worthiness for loans. Deposit. Money placed into a bank account for safekeeping or future use. Withdrawal. Taking money out of the bank account. Savings account. A bank account that earns interest on deposited money. Checking account. A bank account used for daily transactions. Debt. Money that is borrowed and must be repaid. Budget. A financial plan that outlines income and expenses. Overdraft. Spending more money than is available in an account, leading to extra fees. Bankrupt. A legal status when a person or business cannot repay debts. 3. Trade and commerce. Export. Selling goods or services to other countries. Import. Buying goods or services from other countries. Tariff. A tax placed on imported or exported goods. Free trade. International trade without restrictions or tariffs. Globalization. The growing connection of economies and cultures worldwide. E-commerce. Buying and selling goods and services online. Wholesale. Selling goods in large quantities to businesses, not directly to consumers. Retail. Selling goods directly to consumers in smaller quantities. Supply chain. The process of producing, transporting, and distributing goods. Distribution. The delivery of products from manufacturers to retailers or consumers. Consumer spending. The amount of money people spend on goods and services. Price tag. The cost of an item as displayed in the store. 4. Economic challenges. Unemployment. The state of not having a job despite seeking work. Recession. A prolonged economic downturn leading to financial struggles. Poverty. The lack of financial resources to meet basic living needs. Inflation. Rising prices that make everyday goods and services more expensive. Crisis. A severe economic situation affecting businesses and individuals. National debt. The total amount of money a government owes. Default. Failure to repay a loan or debt. Devaluation. A decline in the value of a country's currency. Economic downturn. A slowdown in economic activity, reducing business growth. Cost of living. The amount of money needed to afford essentials like housing and food. Stagnation. A period of little or no economic growth. 5. Work and employment. Salary. A fixed regular payment for work, usually monthly or yearly. Wage. Payment based on hours worked or tasks completed. Job market. The availability of jobs and competition among job seekers. Labor force. The total number of employed and unemployed workers in an economy. Full-time. Working a standard number of hours per week, typically 40 hours. Part-time. Working fewer hours than a full-time job. Freelancer. A self-employed person who works on temporary projects rather than for a company. Minimum wage. The lowest legal hourly wage an employer can pay a worker. Work from home. A job arrangement where employees work remotely. Internship. A temporary job opportunity for gaining experience, often for students. Promotion. Advancing to a higher job position with more responsibilities and better pay. Layoff. When a company reduces staff due to financial difficulties or restructuring.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to money. In this section, we'll explore key money-related vocabulary, including basic financial terms, banking concepts, financial actions, and economic terms. Let's get started! 1. Basic terms. Money plays a big role in our daily lives. Here are some essential terms. Money refers to any form of currency used to buy goods and services. Cash is physical money in the form of bills and coins. Coin is a small round piece of metal used as money. Currency is the type of money used in a specific country, such as dollars, euros, or yen. A wallet is a small case for carrying money, cards, and identification. Savings is money that is set aside for future use. Income is the money earned from work, investments, or other sources. Expenses are the costs of things you spend money on, such as rent, groceries, and transportation. A budget is a plan for managing income and expenses. Change refers to the money returned when paying with a larger bill than needed. A receipt is a document that shows proof of purchase. A fee is a charge for a service, such as bank fees or membership fees. 2. Banking terms. Understanding banking terms is important for managing finances. A bank account is a place where money is stored at a bank. A deposit is when money is added to an account. A withdrawal is when money is taken out of an account. A loan is borrowed money that must be paid back with interest. An interest rate is the percentage charged on a loan or earned on savings. A mortgage is a loan for purchasing a house. An ATM, automated teller machine, allows people to withdraw or deposit money without visiting a bank. A checking account is a bank account used for daily transactions. A savings account is a bank account designed for saving money over time. An overdraft occurs when someone spends more money than is available in their account. A credit limit is the maximum amount a person can borrow on a credit card. A balance sheet is a financial statement showing a company's assets and liabilities. 3. Financial actions. Money management involves many different actions. Here are some key terms. To earn means to receive money from work or investments. To spend means to use money to buy goods or services. To save means to keep money for future use. To invest means to put money into something that may grow in value over time. To borrow means to take money from someone or a bank with the agreement to repay it later. To lend means to give money to someone with the expectation of being repaid. To repay means to return borrowed money. To budget means to plan and manage income and expenses. To donate means to give money to charity or a good cause. To spend wisely means to use money carefully and avoid unnecessary expenses. To owe means to have a debt that needs to be paid. To transfer means to move money from one account to another. 4. Financial instruments. Financial instruments help people manage and grow their money. A credit card allows people to borrow money for purchases and pay it back later. A debit card is linked to a bank account and allows spending from available funds. A check is a written order to a bank to pay a certain amount of money. Stocks represent ownership in a company and can be bought or sold. Bonds are loans given to companies or governments in exchange for interest payments. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency, such as Bitcoin, used for online transactions. Mutual funds are investments that pool money from many people to buy a variety of assets. A retirement account is a savings plan for after someone stops working. Treasury bills are short-term government-issued investments. ETFs, exchange-traded funds, are investment funds that trade like stocks. Savings bonds are low-risk investments backed by the government. 5. Business and economic terms. Understanding economic terms helps in financial discussions. Profit is the money a business makes after expenses. Loss is when expenses are greater than earnings. Revenue is the total income a business generates. Capital refers to money or assets used to start or run a business. Assets are things of value owned by a person or company, like property or stocks. Liabilities are debts or obligations owed by a person or company. Equity is the value of an asset after subtracting debts. Inflation is the increase in the price of goods over time. Recession is a period of economic decline. Market share is the percentage of sales a company has in an industry. ROI, return on investment, measures how profitable an investment is. Interest income is money earned from lending money or keeping money in savings. 6. Shopping and spending. Shopping and spending habits influence personal finance. A sale is when products are sold at a reduced price. A discount is a price reduction offered on a product or service. A price tag shows the cost of an item. Cashback is a refund or reward for making a purchase. A coupon is a voucher that gives a discount. A refund is money returned when an item is returned to a store. An installment plan allows people to pay for something in smaller amounts over time. A bargain is a good deal or a lower than usual price. To overcharge means to charge more than the correct price. Underpayment is when someone pays less than the required amount. 7. Taxes and deductions. Taxes are a necessary part of managing money. Tax is money paid to the government to fund public services. Income tax is a tax on a person's earnings. A tax return is a document filed to report income and taxes owed. A tax refund is money returned to a taxpayer if they overpaid. Deductions are expenses that reduce taxable income. VAT, value-added tax, is a tax added to the price of goods and services. Property tax is a tax on land and buildings. Payroll tax is deducted from employees' salaries for government programs. Tax bracket determines how much income tax a person owes based on earnings. Tax evasion is illegally avoiding taxes. 8. Wealth and poverty. Financial situations vary from person to person. Wealthy means having a lot of money or valuable assets. Rich means financially comfortable with substantial money or assets. Middle class refers to people with a moderate income level. Poor means having little money or resources. Broke means having no money or struggling financially. Debt is money owed to someone or an institution. Net worth is the total value of a person's assets minus their debts. Inheritance is money or property received from a family member. Affluence means having wealth and luxury. Financial stability means having enough money to cover expenses without worry. Poverty line is the minimum income needed to afford basic living costs.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to technology. In this section, we'll cover key tech-related vocabulary, including devices, software, internet terms, and emerging technologies. Let's get started. 1. Devices. Technology is all around us, and we use different devices every day. Here are some of the most common ones. A smartphone is a mobile device that combines calling, internet browsing, and apps in one. A laptop is a portable computer used for work, study, and entertainment. A tablet is a touchscreen device, larger than a smartphone but smaller than a laptop. A smartwatch is a wearable device that connects to your phone and tracks fitness, notifications, and more. A desktop computer is a non-portable computer used in offices and homes. A gaming console is designed for playing video games, like PlayStation or Xbox. An e-reader is a digital device for reading books and magazines. A router connects devices to the internet wirelessly. A drone is a flying device controlled remotely, often used for photography and surveillance. A 3D printer creates three-dimensional objects using digital designs. A smart TV connects to the internet and allows streaming services. A Bluetooth speaker is a wireless speaker that connects to devices via Bluetooth. 2. Software and apps. Technology wouldn't function without software. Let's look at some common terms. An operating system, OS, is the software that manages a computer, such as Windows, macOS, or Linux. A browser is a program like Chrome or Safari used for accessing the internet. Cloud storage allows users to save files online rather than on their devices. Antivirus software protects computers from viruses and malware. A productivity app helps users organize tasks like Microsoft Office or Google Docs. A social media platform is an online service for connecting with others, such as Facebook or Instagram. A CRM system helps businesses manage customer relationships. Graphic design software is used to create images and visuals, like Adobe Photoshop. Video editing software allows users to edit and produce videos. A coding IDE is an environment for writing and testing code, such as Visual Studio Code. A collaboration tool helps teams work together remotely, like Slack or Trello. 3. Tech actions. Using technology involves different actions. Here are some important ones. To download means to save files from the internet to your device. To upload is to send files from your device to the internet. To update means to install the latest version of software. To install is to set up a program or app on a device. To troubleshoot means to find and fix problems in a system or device. To reboot means to restart a computer or device. To sync means to connect and update data across multiple devices. To encrypt means to protect data by converting it into a secure code. To stream means to watch or listen to media in real time without downloading. To back up means to create a copy of important data for safety. To debug is to find and fix errors in code. To code is to write programming instructions for software and applications. 4. Tech features. Many devices have advanced features that improve user experience. Here are some key ones. A touchscreen allows users to control devices by touching the screen. A voice assistant responds to voice commands like Siri or Alexa. Wireless technology enables devices to connect without cables. Encryption protects data by making it unreadable without authorization. A biometric scanner identifies people using fingerprints or facial recognition. Virtual reality, VR, creates a computer-generated 3D environment. Augmented reality, AR, overlays digital images onto the real world. Gesture control allows users to control devices with hand movements. Haptic feedback provides vibrations or touch sensations in response to user actions. Facial recognition identifies users based on their facial features. A dual-screen device has two displays for multitasking. 5. Networking and Internet. Internet connectivity is essential for modern technology. Here are some important terms. Wi-Fi is a wireless internet connection. A hotspot is a location where wireless internet is available. Bandwidth is the amount of data that can be transmitted over the internet. An IP address is a unique identifier for devices connected to the internet. A VPN, virtual private network, secures internet connections and protects privacy. A server is a computer that stores and delivers data to other computers. A firewall protects a computer network from unauthorized access. A domain is a website address, like google.com. A URL, Uniform Resource Locator, is the specific address of a web page. An Ethernet cable connects devices directly to a network. A data center is a facility that stores and manages large amounts of data. Cloud computing allows users to run applications and store files over the internet instead of on physical devices. 6. Emerging technologies. Technology is constantly evolving. Here are some exciting innovations. Blockchain is a secure digital ledger used for transactions. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. Artificial intelligence, AI, enables machines to perform tasks that require human intelligence. Machine learning is a type of AI that allows computers to learn from data. The Internet of Things, IoT, refers to smart devices connected to the internet. Quantum computing is a powerful computing method that processes data in new ways. Robotics involves machines that can perform tasks automatically. 5G is the next-generation high-speed mobile network. Autonomous vehicles are self-driving cars that use AI and sensors to navigate. Edge computing processes data closer to its source instead of relying on cloud services. 7. Tech accessories. Accessories enhance the functionality of devices. Here are some useful ones. A keyboard is used for typing on a computer. A mouse is a handheld device for controlling a computer. An external hard drive provides additional storage for files. A power bank charges mobile devices on the go. A monitor is a screen used with desktop computers. A webcam is a small camera for video calls and streaming. A microphone is used for recording audio or making calls. A docking station connects multiple devices to a computer. A stylus is a pen-like tool for drawing or writing on touchscreen devices. A USB hub expands the number of USB ports available on a computer.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary for the workplace. Whether you're working in an office, a remote setting, or running your own business, knowing the right words can help you communicate effectively and confidently in professional environments. In this section, we'll break down workplace vocabulary into different categories, covering job roles, office activities, work environments, and more. Let's get started. 1. Workplace roles. Every workplace has different roles, and it's important to know who does what. A manager is responsible for leading a team and making important decisions. A colleague is someone you work with, also called a co-worker. An intern is someone who is learning on the job, often as part of a training program. A client is a person or company that receives services from a business. The CEO is the chief executive officer, the highest-ranking person in a company. A freelancer is someone who works independently, often for multiple companies. A supervisor oversees employees and ensures that tasks are completed correctly. An assistant helps with administrative tasks like scheduling meetings and organizing files. The HR manager handles hiring, payroll, and employee relations. A project manager is responsible for planning and overseeing a project. A team leader guides and motivates a group to achieve goals. A consultant is an expert who provides professional advice to businesses. 2. Workplace activities. Every job involves different tasks and responsibilities. Here are some common workplace activities. A meeting is when employees gather to discuss work-related topics. A presentation involves speaking in front of a group to share ideas or updates. Brainstorming is when a team comes together to think of new ideas. A deadline is the final date by which a task must be completed.
Multitasking is managing multiple tasks at the same time. Teamwork is working together to achieve a goal. Networking involves meeting and connecting with other professionals. Delegation is assigning tasks to different team members. Project planning involves organizing tasks and timelines for a project. Report writing is preparing formal documents about business activities. A job interview is a conversation between a hiring manager and a job applicant. Task prioritization means deciding which tasks are the most important. 3. Office supplies. You'll find these common office items in almost every workplace. A notebook is used for taking notes. A stapler is used to attach pages together. A printer is a machine that prints documents. A file is used to organize paperwork. A whiteboard is used for writing and brainstorming ideas. Sticky notes are small pieces of paper with adhesive for quick notes. A laptop is a portable computer used for work. A projector displays slides or presentations on a screen. A headset is used for calls and virtual meetings. A filing cabinet stores important documents. A pen holder keeps pens and pencils organized. A mouse is a device used to control a computer. 4. Work environments. People work in different types of settings. Here are some common work environments. An office is a space where employees work at desks. Remote work allows employees to work from home or another location. A co-working space is a shared office for freelancers and small teams. An open-plan workspace has no separate offices, with all employees working in one large space. A private office is an enclosed space for one person or a small team. A virtual meeting room is an online space where people hold video calls. A factory is a place where goods are manufactured. A construction site is where buildings or infrastructure projects are built. A laboratory is a workspace for scientific research and testing. A home office is a dedicated workspace in a person's home. 5. Work status. Different jobs have different employment types. Here are some terms to describe work status. Full-time means working around 40 hours per week. Part-time means working fewer hours than a full-time employee. Freelance refers to working independently rather than for a single employer. Unemployed means not having a job at the moment. Self-employed means running your own business or working independently. Contract-based jobs have a fixed duration instead of a permanent position. On probation means a trial period before becoming a permanent employee. Retired means no longer working after reaching a certain age. Part of a startup means working for a newly established company. Secondment is when an employee is temporarily assigned to a different department or company. 6. Professional skills. Here are some essential workplace skills that help you succeed in any job. Time management is the ability to use time efficiently. Problem solving involves finding solutions to challenges. Communication includes speaking, listening, and writing clearly. Leadership is guiding and inspiring a team. Critical thinking means analyzing and evaluating information carefully. Adaptability is adjusting to new situations and challenges. Conflict resolution is managing and solving disagreements in the workplace. Negotiation is discussing terms to reach an agreement. Public speaking is presenting ideas in front of an audience. Technical expertise is having specialized knowledge in a specific field. 7. Workplace challenges. Every job has challenges. Here are some common workplace difficulties. Tight deadlines require completing work in a short time. Workload refers to the amount of work an employee has to do. Office politics involves workplace relationships that may affect decision-making. Miscommunication happens when information is not clearly understood. Overtime is working extra hours beyond regular work hours. Team conflicts occur when co-workers have disagreements. Client dissatisfaction happens when a customer is unhappy with a product or service. Resource shortage means not having enough materials or staff. Budget cuts happen when a company reduces its spending. Meeting fatigue is when employees feel exhausted from too many meetings. 8. Work benefits and perks. Many jobs offer benefits beyond salary. Here are some common ones. Salary is the money an employee earns from their job. Promotion is advancing to a higher position. Flexible hours allow employees to choose their work schedule. Health insurance helps cover medical expenses. Paid leave includes vacation and sick days. Performance bonuses are extra payments for good work. Training programs help employees improve their skills. Free coffee is a common office perk. Work from home options allow employees to work remotely. Gym memberships help employees stay healthy and active.
let's go over some essential vocabulary related to learning. Whether you're studying for an exam, improving your skills, or taking an online course, having the right words will help you describe your learning process clearly and confidently. In this lesson, we'll break down key learning-related vocabulary into different categories. Let's get started. 1. Learning tools. When studying, we use different tools to help us learn and stay organized. A notebook is used for taking notes and writing down important information. A textbook contains lessons, exercises, and explanations for different subjects. Flashcards are small cards used for quick memorization of facts or vocabulary. A highlighter is used to mark important words or phrases in books and notes. A dictionary helps learners understand word meanings and pronunciation. A laptop is often used for online research, writing assignments, and studying digitally. A calculator is useful for solving math problems. A whiteboard is a large board used for writing notes, explaining concepts, or brainstorming ideas. Sticky notes help learners jot down reminders or important points. A pen is used for writing, while a ruler helps measure and draw straight lines. A tablet is a digital device used for ebooks, online courses, and study apps. 2. Study actions. Studying involves many different activities. Let's go over some common ones. To read means to look at and understand written words. To write means to put thoughts or information on paper or a digital device. To memorize is to learn something so well that you can remember it without looking. To revise means to review what you've learned before a test. To practice means to do something repeatedly to improve your skills. To brainstorm is to think of ideas quickly, often in a group. To summarize means to explain something in a shorter and clearer way. To annotate is to write notes or comments on a text to better understand it. To outline is to organize ideas in a structured way before writing. To discuss means to talk about a topic with others to exchange ideas. To review means to go over information again to reinforce learning. To solve is to find the answer to a question or problem. 3. Types of learning. Different people learn in different ways. Here are some common learning styles. Self-study is when a person studies alone without a teacher. Group study involves learning with classmates or friends. Online learning happens through digital platforms and virtual classes. Classroom learning takes place in a traditional school setting with a teacher. Experiential learning means learning through experiences such as travel or projects. Hands-on learning involves using physical activities or practical work. Peer learning happens when students teach or learn from each other. Distance learning is when students take courses remotely without attending a physical school. E-learning refers to digital learning through apps, websites, and virtual courses. Tutoring involves one-on-one learning with a teacher or mentor. 4. Subjects. Students study different subjects depending on their interests and goals. Math focuses on numbers, calculations, and problem solving. Science covers biology, chemistry, and physics. History explores past events and how they shape the present. Literature involves reading and analyzing books, poems, and stories. Language refers to learning how to communicate in different languages. Art includes drawing, painting, and other creative skills. Geography is the study of the earth, maps, and different places. Music involves learning instruments, singing, and reading musical notes. Physics studies forces, energy, and motion. Chemistry focuses on chemical reactions and substances. Biology is the study of living things, including plants and animals. Economics examines money, trade, and business systems. 5. Assessment terms. Assessments help measure what students have learned. Here are some key terms. A quiz is a short test with a few questions. An exam is a formal test given at the end of a course. Homework refers to assignments given to students to complete outside of class. An essay is a written piece analyzing or explaining a topic. A project involves research, creativity, or teamwork to present an idea. A grade is a score or mark given based on performance. A rubric is a set of rules used to grade assignments or projects. A test is an evaluation of knowledge or skills. An assignment is a task given by a teacher to complete. A presentation is when a student speaks about a topic in front of others. Peer review is when students evaluate each other's work. A progress report is an update on a student's learning performance. 6. Study environments. The place where you study can affect your focus and productivity. A library is a quiet place filled with books and study materials. A study hall is a classroom where students can focus on homework. A home desk is a personal study space at home. A co-working space is a shared space where people can work or study. A classroom is a traditional learning space in a school or university. A coffee shop can be a relaxing place to study with background noise. A virtual classroom is an online space where students learn through video calls. A lab is a workspace for science experiments and research. A reading nook is a cozy space dedicated to reading. A quiet zone is an area designed for focused studying with minimal noise. 7. Learning goals. Everyone studies with a goal in mind. Here are some common learning objectives. Improve vocabulary by learning new words and their meanings. Understand concepts by deeply analyzing ideas. Pass exams by preparing effectively for assessments. Critical thinking helps students analyze and solve problems logically. Expand knowledge by learning about new topics and ideas. Build skills through practice and hands-on experience. Increase confidence by mastering a subject or skill. Achieve fluency by becoming comfortable in a language.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to socializing. In this section, we'll break down key socializing-related vocabulary into different categories, from types of relationships and social activities to communication tools and group dynamics. Let's get started. 1. Types of relationships. People interact in different ways, and the type of relationship we have with someone influences how we communicate with them. A friend is someone you enjoy spending time with and trust. Family includes parents, siblings, and other relatives who are connected by blood or marriage. An acquaintance is someone you know but don't have a close relationship with. A colleague is a person you work with in a professional setting. A neighbor is someone who lives near you. A partner refers to someone in a romantic relationship. A roommate is a person you share a living space with. A mentor is someone who provides guidance and advice, often in education or work. A classmate is a person who studies with you in school or university. A teammate is a member of the same sports team or group project. A sibling is a brother or sister. A relative is a family member who is not part of your immediate family, like an aunt or cousin. 2. Social activities. Socializing often happens during activities where people gather and interact. Here are some common social events. A conversation is when 2 or more people talk to each other. A party is a social event where people celebrate and have fun. A gathering is a small meeting of friends or family. A meeting is a formal discussion, often in a work setting. Networking is meeting new people for professional or social connections. A celebration is an event to mark a special occasion, like a birthday. A lunch date is when 2 people meet to eat lunch together. A picnic is an outdoor meal, often in a park. A hangout is an informal time spent with friends. A community event is an activity organized for people in a neighborhood or group. Volunteering is offering your time to help others or a cause. A festival is a large public event with music, food, and entertainment. 3. Expressions and feelings. When socializing, people express different emotions and reactions. Here are some common expressions. A greeting is how you say hello or welcome someone. An apology is when you say sorry for something. A compliment is saying something nice about someone. Small talk is casual conversation about everyday topics like the weather. Gratitude is showing appreciation and thankfulness. A disagreement happens when people have different opinions. Appreciation is recognizing and valuing someone's actions or qualities. Encouragement is motivating someone to keep going. Criticism is giving negative feedback to help improve something. Empathy is understanding and sharing another person's feelings. A farewell is saying goodbye. Laughter is expressing happiness through laughing. 4. Communication tools. People stay connected through various communication methods. Here are some of the most common tools. A phone is used for calling and staying in touch. A text message is a written message sent via mobile phone. Email is a formal way to communicate electronically. A video call allows people to see and talk to each other online. Social media platforms help people connect and share updates. A chat group is a digital space where multiple people can message each other. Instant messaging is sending quick messages online or through apps. A voice note is a recorded message sent through a messaging app. A direct message, DM, is a private message sent on social media. An online forum is a discussion platform where people exchange ideas. An invitation is a formal request for someone to join an event. A postcard is a written message sent through traditional mail, often from a vacation spot. 5. Group dynamics. Interacting in a group setting requires different communication skills. Here are some important terms. A discussion is when people talk about a topic and share their opinions. A debate is a formal argument where people present different points of view. Teamwork is when people work together to achieve a goal. Collaboration means working with others on a project or task. Conflict resolution is solving disagreements between people. Brainstorming is thinking of creative ideas in a group. An icebreaker is an activity that helps people feel comfortable in a group setting. An introduction is when someone presents themselves or another person to a group. Feedback is giving opinions or advice to improve something. A group decision is a choice made together by a team or organization.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to relationships. 1. Types of relationships. Relationships come in many forms. Here are some common types. Romantic relationship refers to a relationship based on love and affection between two people. Friendship is a close platonic bond between people who trust and support each other. Family bond describes the strong connection between family members. Professional relationship refers to work-related connections between colleagues, managers, or business partners. Long-distance relationship happens when two people are in a romantic relationship but live far apart. Casual relationship is a relaxed and non-serious connection between two people. Serious relationship involves deep commitment and long-term plans. Platonic relationship is a strong non-romantic connection between two people. Mentor-mentee bond describes the relationship between an experienced advisor and a learner. Acquaintanceship refers to a connection between people who know each other but are not close. 2. Stages of relationships. Every relationship goes through different stages. Here are some important terms. Dating is when two people spend time together romantically to get to know each other. Engagement happens when a couple decides to get married. Marriage is the official and legal union of two people. Breakup means ending a romantic relationship. Divorce is the legal separation of a married couple. Reconciliation happens when people resolve their differences and rebuild their relationship. Honeymoon phase is the exciting early stage of a romantic relationship. Commitment means dedicating oneself to a relationship. Falling in love is the process of developing strong romantic feelings for someone. Mutual understanding means both people in a relationship respect and acknowledge each other's thoughts and feelings. 3. Feelings and emotions. Relationships involve many emotions. Here are some key ones. Affection is a warm feeling of love and care for someone. Trust is the belief that someone is honest and reliable. Jealousy is the feeling of insecurity or resentment when someone else gets attention. Admiration is deep respect and appreciation for someone. Loyalty means being faithful and supportive to someone. Attraction is a feeling of being drawn to someone romantically. Empathy is the ability to understand and share someone's feelings. Respect means valuing another person's feelings and opinions. Companionship is the feeling of having someone by your side. Emotional support is offering comfort and encouragement to someone in a difficult situation. 4. Communication and interaction. Good communication is key to a healthy relationship. Here are some useful phrases. Argue means to have a disagreement or fight. Apologize is to say sorry for something. Compromise means finding a middle ground where both people agree. Express feelings means to communicate emotions clearly. Reassure means to comfort someone and make them feel secure. Confess love means telling someone that you love them. Misunderstand happens when someone does not correctly interpret what another person means. Bond means to develop a close connection with someone. Flirt is to show romantic interest in someone playfully. Gossip means talking about other people's personal lives, often in a negative way. 5. Relationship issues. Every relationship has challenges. Here are some common ones. Trust issues happen when someone finds it difficult to rely on others. Commitment issues occur when someone is afraid of long-term relationships. Misunderstandings happen when two people interpret things differently. Arguments are verbal conflicts or disagreements. Infidelity refers to being unfaithful in a romantic relationship. Lack of communication means not talking openly about thoughts and feelings. Emotional distance is when people in a relationship feel disconnected. Toxic relationship is an unhealthy relationship with negativity or manipulation. Heartbreak is the emotional pain of losing someone you love. Controlling behavior happens when one person tries to dominate or restrict another. 6. Positive relationship qualities. Strong relationships are built on positive qualities. Here are some key ones. Honesty means always telling the truth. Support involves helping and encouraging one another. Kindness is treating others with warmth and care. Patience means being understanding and tolerant. Understanding is being able to see things from the other person's perspective. Generosity is the willingness to give and share. Respect means valuing others' feelings and opinions. Forgiveness is letting go of anger and resentment. Stability means having a strong and steady relationship. Shared values means having common beliefs and goals.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to hobbies and interests. In this section, we'll explore key vocabulary related to hobbies following the structure from our English Fab website. We'll cover creative hobbies, music and performing arts, outdoor and sports activities, games and collecting, reading and writing, food and cooking, and digital hobbies. Let's get started. 1. Creative hobbies. Expressing creativity is a great way to relax and develop new skills. Here are some common creative hobbies. Painting involves using colors to create art on a canvas. Drawing is making sketches or detailed illustrations with a pencil or pen. Photography is capturing images with a camera. Knitting is making fabric by looping yarn together. Sewing is stitching fabric to make or repair clothing. Sculpting is creating three-dimensional art from clay, stone, or other materials. DIY crafts are handmade projects like scrapbooking or home decor. Pottery is shaping clay into bowls, cups, or decorative pieces. Journaling is writing daily thoughts or reflections in a notebook. Calligraphy is the art of beautiful handwriting. 2. Music and performing arts. Performing arts allow people to express themselves through sound and movement. Here are some popular activities. Playing an instrument means learning to play the piano, guitar, violin, or other instruments. Singing is using your voice to perform music. Dancing is moving rhythmically to music, often as a form of expression or exercise. Theater involves acting in plays or musicals on stage. Composing means creating original music or melodies. DJing is mixing music for events or performances. Songwriting is writing lyrics and melodies for songs. Acting is performing roles in plays, movies, or TV shows. Karaoke is singing along to instrumental versions of popular songs. Choir is a group of people singing together in harmony. 3. Outdoor and sports hobbies. Staying active and exploring nature can be both fun and healthy. Here are some outdoor hobbies. Hiking is walking on nature trails or mountains. Cycling is riding a bicycle for exercise or transportation. Running is moving at a fast pace as a workout or sport. Camping is staying outdoors in a tent or cabin. Swimming is moving through water for fitness or fun. Fishing is catching fish using a rod and bait. Rock climbing is scaling natural rock formations or indoor climbing walls. Surfing is riding waves on a surfboard. Skiing is sliding over snow with skis. Yoga is a practice that combines stretching, breathing, and relaxation. 4. Games and collecting. Games and collecting hobbies provide entertainment and challenge the mind. Here are some common activities. Video games involve playing electronic games on a console, computer, or mobile device. Board games are tabletop games like Monopoly or Scrabble. Card games include poker, Uno, and other strategic card-based games. Chess is a strategic board game played with 2 players. Puzzle solving involves completing jigsaw puzzles or brain teasers. Coin collecting is gathering and preserving rare or historical coins. Stamp collecting is collecting different postage stamps from around the world. Toy collecting involves gathering action figures, dolls, or other collectibles. Fantasy sports are online competitions where players create teams based on real athletes. Escape rooms are team-based puzzle-solving activities in a themed setting. 5. Reading and writing. Reading and writing hobbies help improve language skills and creativity. Here are some popular choices. Novel reading is enjoying fiction or nonfiction books. Poetry writing is creating artistic and expressive poems. Blogging is writing articles or personal stories online. Storytelling is crafting engaging stories for audiences. Reviewing books means sharing opinions on books through discussions or articles. Script writing involves writing scripts for plays, movies, or TV shows. Fan fiction writing is creating stories based on existing books, shows, or characters. Crossword puzzles are word-based games that test vocabulary and knowledge. Creative writing involves crafting original stories, essays, or poems. Language learning is studying and practicing a new language. 6. Food and cooking hobbies. Cooking and food-related hobbies allow you to experiment with flavors and techniques. Here are some examples. Baking is making bread, cakes, or pastries in the oven. Cooking involves preparing meals using different ingredients. Mixology is the art of making cocktails and mixed drinks. Coffee brewing includes learning different ways to make coffee, such as espresso or pour-over. Cake decorating is designing cakes with frosting, fondant, and decorations. Food tasting is exploring different cuisines and flavors. Gardening involves growing vegetables, herbs, or flowers. Grilling is cooking food over an open flame or barbecue. Homebrewing is making homemade beer, wine, or kombucha. Fermenting is preserving food through fermentation, like making kimchi or yogurt. 7. Technology and digital hobbies. Technology has opened new possibilities for creative and productive hobbies. Here are some examples. Coding involves writing programs and software using computer languages. Video editing is cutting and arranging video clips to create content. Animation is making digital or hand-drawn animated videos. Blogging is creating and publishing content online. Digital art is making illustrations or designs using a computer or tablet. Gaming includes playing or streaming video games online. Photography editing is enhancing and retouching photos using software. Live streaming is broadcasting video content in real time. App development involves designing and building mobile applications. Drone flying is using drones for photography, videography, or fun.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to health and wellness. 1. General health and wellness. Health and wellness cover both physical and mental well-being. Here are some important terms. Physical health refers to the overall condition of your body, including strength, fitness, and endurance. Mental health is about emotional and psychological well-being. Emotional well-being means feeling balanced, happy, and in control of your emotions. Immune system is the body's defense against illnesses and infections. Hydration means drinking enough water to stay healthy. Nutrition refers to getting the right nutrients from food to support your body. Self-care includes activities that help maintain your mental and physical health. Metabolism is how your body converts food into energy. Fitness level describes how physically active and strong a person is. Holistic health focuses on overall well-being, including physical, emotional, and mental health. 2. Exercise and fitness. Staying active is essential for a healthy lifestyle. Here are some important fitness terms. Workout refers to an exercise session, whether at the gym or at home. Cardio includes exercises that increase heart rate, such as running or cycling. Strength training focuses on building muscle using weights or resistance. Stretching helps improve flexibility and prevent injuries. Yoga combines movement, breathing, and relaxation for mind-body wellness. Pilates is a form of exercise that strengthens muscles and improves posture. HIIT, high-intensity interval training, is a workout style with short bursts of intense exercise. Endurance training helps build stamina for long-duration activities. Resistance bands are used for strength exercises without heavy weights. Flexibility exercises improve range of motion and reduce muscle stiffness. 3. Healthy eating and nutrition. A balanced diet plays a key role in overall health. Here are some key nutrition terms. Balanced diet means eating a variety of foods in the right proportions. Whole foods are natural, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Plant-based refers to diets that focus on fruits, vegetables, and plant proteins. Protein intake refers to the amount of protein consumed daily for muscle growth and repair. Fiber-rich foods include fruits, vegetables, and whole grains that help digestion. Healthy fats come from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Portion control is managing the amount of food you eat per meal. Sugar-free means avoiding added sugars in food and drinks. Antioxidants are nutrients that help protect the body from damage. Organic produce is food grown without artificial chemicals or pesticides. 4. Medical care and treatment. Taking care of your health includes regular medical checkups and treatments. Here are some common terms. Checkup is a routine visit to a doctor to monitor health. Diagnosis is the process of identifying an illness or condition. Prescription is medication recommended by a doctor. Vaccination helps protect against diseases by building immunity. Therapy refers to treatments that help improve mental or physical health. Physical therapy helps people recover from injuries and regain movement. Mental health counseling involves talking to a therapist about emotional well-being. Rehabilitation is a recovery program after an injury or surgery. Holistic medicine focuses on natural treatments like herbal remedies and acupuncture. Alternative therapy includes non-traditional treatments like meditation and aromatherapy. 5. Lifestyle and well-being. Healthy habits can improve both mental and physical well-being. Here are some key phrases. Stress management involves techniques to reduce stress and stay calm. Mindfulness is staying present and aware in the moment. Meditation is a relaxation practice that helps clear the mind. Sleep hygiene refers to habits that improve sleep quality. Work-life balance means managing time between work and personal life. Healthy habits include activities that promote long-term wellness. Positive mindset is maintaining an optimistic attitude in daily life. Self-improvement involves learning new skills and personal growth. Relaxation techniques help reduce stress and promote calmness. Social wellness means having healthy relationships and social connections. 6. Common health issues. Understanding common health problems can help in prevention and treatment. Here are some important terms. Fatigue is extreme tiredness or lack of energy. Dehydration happens when the body doesn't have enough water. Anxiety is excessive worry or nervousness. Stress overload is when stress becomes overwhelming and affects health. Obesity is when someone has excessive body fat, which can lead to health issues. High blood pressure is when the force of blood against artery walls is too high. Heart disease includes conditions that affect the heart's function. Diabetes is a disease where blood sugar levels are too high. Flu is a common viral infection that causes fever, cough, and body aches. Migraine is a severe headache often accompanied by nausea and sensitivity to light.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to food. In this section, we'll explore key food-related vocabulary, covering different types of food, cooking methods, flavors, dietary preferences, and useful food-related phrases. Let's get started. 1. Types of food. Food comes in many different categories. Here are some common ones. Vegetables include foods like carrots, spinach, and broccoli. Fruits are naturally sweet foods such as apples, bananas, and strawberries. Dairy products come from milk, such as cheese, butter, and yogurt. Grains include rice, pasta, and bread. Meat includes beef, pork, and chicken. Seafood consists of fish, shrimp, and shellfish. Snacks are small foods eaten between meals, like chips and nuts. Fast food is quick and convenient, such as burgers and fries. Desserts are sweet treats like ice cream, cake, and cookies. Beverages include drinks such as coffee, tea, and juice. 2. Food preparation and cooking methods. Different cooking techniques affect how food tastes and feels. Here are some key methods. To boil means to cook food in hot water, like pasta or eggs. To bake means to cook food in the oven, like bread or cake. To grill means to cook over an open flame or grill, often used for meat and vegetables. To fry means to cook in hot oil, like fried chicken or French fries. To steam means to cook with steam, often used for vegetables or dumplings. To roast means to cook in the oven with dry heat, such as roasting a chicken. To saute means to cook food quickly in a little oil or butter. To marinate means to soak food in a flavored liquid before cooking. To blend means to mix ingredients together, often in a blender for smoothies. To season means to add spices or herbs to improve the taste of food. 3. Flavors and textures. Describing how food tastes and feels is important. Here are some useful words. Spicy food has a hot, burning taste like chili peppers. Sweet foods contain sugar, like chocolate or honey. Sour foods have a sharp, tangy taste, like lemons or vinegar. Bitter foods have a strong, sometimes unpleasant taste, like black coffee. Salty foods have a strong salt flavor, like potato chips. Umami describes a deep, savory taste found in mushrooms and soy sauce. Creamy foods are smooth and soft, like yogurt or mashed potatoes. Crunchy foods are firm and make a noise when eaten, like crackers or chips. Chewy foods take more effort to chew, like gummy candies or steak. Tender foods are soft and easy to bite, like a well-cooked piece of meat. 4. Dietary preferences and restrictions. Many people follow specific diets for health or personal reasons. Here are some key terms. Vegetarian means avoiding meat, but still eating dairy and eggs. Vegan means avoiding all animal products, including dairy and eggs. Gluten-free means avoiding wheat products like bread and pasta. Dairy-free means avoiding milk and dairy products. Low-carb diets focus on reducing carbohydrates, such as bread and pasta. High-protein diets focus on eating foods rich in protein, like meat and eggs. Organic foods are grown without artificial chemicals or pesticides. Paleo diets focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods similar to early humans. Keto is a high-fat, low-carb diet designed to burn fat for energy. Nut allergy means avoiding foods with nuts due to allergic reactions. 5. Common food-related phrases. Food is part of daily life, so here are some useful expressions. Eat out means to eat at a restaurant instead of at home. Home-cooked meal is food prepared and eaten at home. Leftovers are food that remains after a meal and can be eaten later. Takeout is food ordered from a restaurant to eat elsewhere. Meal prep means preparing meals in advance for convenience. Healthy eating means choosing nutritious foods for a balanced diet. Portion size refers to how much food is served in one meal. Food craving is a strong desire for a specific type of food. Balanced diet includes all the necessary nutrients for good health. Food poisoning is an illness caused by eating contaminated food.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary. 1. Types of diseases. Cold, a common viral infection that affects the nose and throat. Flu, a more serious viral infection with fever, chills, and body aches. Pneumonia, a lung infection that causes difficulty breathing. Diabetes, a condition where the body has trouble managing blood sugar levels. Cancer, a disease where abnormal cells grow uncontrollably. Hypertension, high blood pressure, which can lead to heart disease. Asthma, a condition that makes breathing difficult due to narrowed airways. Arthritis, a disease that causes joint pain and stiffness. Migraine, a severe headache often accompanied by nausea and sensitivity to light. Stroke, a medical emergency caused by a lack of blood flow to the brain. Tuberculosis, a bacterial infection that affects the lungs. COVID-19, a viral disease that affects the respiratory system. Food poisoning, a sickness caused by eating contaminated food. Allergies, a reaction to substances like pollen, dust, or certain foods. Dementia, a disease that affects memory and thinking, often seen in older adults. 2. Medical symptoms. Fever, a high body temperature due to illness. Cough, a reflex to clear the throat or lungs. Sore throat, pain or irritation in the throat. Runny nose, when liquid comes out of the nose due to a cold or allergies. Headache, pain in the head or forehead area. Fatigue, feeling extremely tired and lacking energy. Shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, common with asthma or lung diseases. Dizziness, a feeling of lightheadedness or losing balance. Nausea, the feeling of needing to vomit. Rash, red, itchy, or irritated skin. Chills, shivering or feeling cold due to fever. Inflammation, swelling, redness, or pain in the body. Weakness, lack of physical strength. Sweating, excessive perspiration, often due to fever. Vomiting, forcibly expelling stomach contents through the mouth. 3. Treatments and medications. Painkiller, medicine that reduces pain, such as ibuprofen or paracetamol. Antibiotics, drugs that treat bacterial infections. Vaccine, a shot that helps protect against diseases. Syrup, a liquid medicine, often used for coughs. Inhaler, a device used by asthma patients to help them breathe. Injection, medicine given through a needle. Bandage, a strip of fabric used to cover a wound. Surgery, a medical procedure where a doctor operates on the body. Chemotherapy, a treatment for cancer using strong medication. Therapy, treatment for physical or mental health conditions. First aid, basic emergency medical care before professional help arrives. Prescription, a doctor's written order for medicine. Herbal remedy, natural medicine made from plants. Physiotherapy, exercises and treatments to recover from injuries. 4. Healthcare and professionals. Doctor, a medical professional who diagnoses and treats illnesses. Nurse, a healthcare worker who assists doctors and takes care of patients. Surgeon, a doctor who performs operations. Pharmacist, a specialist who prepares and gives out medicine. Patient, a person receiving medical care. Emergency, a serious or life-threatening medical situation. Hospital, a place where sick people receive medical treatment. Clinic, a small medical facility for checkups and minor treatments. Ambulance, a vehicle that transports sick or injured people to the hospital. Checkup, a routine medical examination. X-ray, a scan that looks inside the body to check for injuries or illness. Diagnosis, a doctor's decision about what illness a patient has. Treatment, the process of curing an illness. Medical insurance, a plan that helps cover the cost of healthcare. Recovery, the process of getting better after being sick. 5. Prevention and hygiene. Hand washing, cleaning hands to remove germs and prevent sickness. Mask, a face covering that helps prevent the spread of germs. Sanitizer, a liquid that kills bacteria and viruses on hands. Social distancing, keeping space between people to prevent disease spread. Healthy diet, eating nutritious food to maintain good health. Exercise, physical activity that keeps the body strong. Sleep, resting to allow the body to heal and recover. Vaccination, getting a shot to protect against diseases. Avoid junk food, limiting unhealthy foods to prevent weight gain and illness. Wear gloves, covering hands to prevent contact with harmful substances. Stay hydrated, drinking enough water to keep the body healthy. Personal hygiene, maintaining cleanliness to prevent disease. Boost immunity, strengthening the body's defense against illnesses. Sun protection, using sunscreen or covering skin to prevent sun damage. Quit smoking, stopping tobacco use to improve health.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to global issues. In this section, we'll explore key global issues vocabulary, covering environmental concerns, social problems, health crises, economic challenges, political issues, and emerging global concerns. Let's get started. 1. Environmental issues. The health of our planet is a growing concern. Here are some important terms. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in weather patterns due to human activities. Deforestation is the large-scale removal of trees, which harms ecosystems. Pollution is the contamination of the environment by harmful substances. Global warming describes the increase in Earth's temperature due to greenhouse gases. Renewable energy includes sources like wind, solar, and hydropower that can be replenished naturally. Endangered species are animals and plants at risk of extinction. Biodiversity loss is the decline of different species in an ecosystem. Carbon footprint measures the amount of greenhouse gases an individual or company produces. Overfishing is the excessive harvesting of fish, leading to species decline. Plastic waste refers to discarded plastic materials that pollute the environment. Desertification is the process of fertile land becoming desert due to climate and human actions. Ozone depletion is the thinning of the ozone layer, increasing UV radiation exposure. 2. Social issues. Social challenges impact communities worldwide. Let's look at key terms. Poverty is the lack of basic financial resources for survival. Inequality refers to unfair differences in wealth, education, or rights. Human rights are fundamental freedoms every person is entitled to. Gender equality ensures equal opportunities regardless of gender. Access to education means the availability of schooling for all individuals. Child labor is the exploitation of children for work instead of education. Homelessness occurs when people lack stable housing. Racial discrimination is unfair treatment based on race or ethnicity. Social justice focuses on fairness and equal opportunities in society. Digital divide describes the gap between those with and without internet access. Aging population refers to societies with a growing number of elderly citizens. Cultural preservation involves protecting traditions and heritage from disappearing. 3. Health issues. Health concerns affect millions of people around the world. Here are some important terms. Pandemic is a global outbreak of a disease, such as COVID-19. Malnutrition results from a lack of essential nutrients in a diet. Vaccination helps prevent diseases by strengthening the immune system. Healthcare access refers to the availability of medical services. Mental health involves emotional and psychological well-being. Sanitation includes clean water, waste disposal, and hygiene services. Epidemics are disease outbreaks that affect many people in a specific region. Clean water scarcity is the lack of safe drinking water. Non-communicable diseases are illnesses like diabetes or heart disease that don't spread between people. Addiction is a dependence on harmful substances or behaviors. Healthcare inequality means that some groups have better medical services than others. Obesity epidemic refers to the rising number of people suffering from excessive weight-related health issues. 4. Economic issues. Financial stability is a major concern for individuals and governments. Here are some key economic terms. Unemployment happens when people are unable to find jobs. Inflation is the rise in prices, reducing the value of money. Debt crisis occurs when a country or organization owes more than it can repay. Trade imbalance happens when a country imports more than it exports. Wealth gap is the growing difference between rich and poor people. Sustainable development focuses on economic growth that doesn't harm the environment. Poverty trap is a cycle where low income prevents financial improvement. Economic inequality means wealth is not distributed fairly across society. Tax evasion is the illegal act of avoiding taxes. Financial inclusion ensures banking services are available to all people. Gig economy refers to short-term jobs and freelance work. Brain drain happens when highly skilled professionals leave their home country for better opportunities. 5. Political issues. Politics shape societies and impact global stability. Here are some important terms. Democracy is a political system where citizens elect their leaders. Corruption involves dishonest behavior by officials for personal gain. Conflict refers to disputes between groups or countries. Refugees are people forced to flee their home country due to danger. Terrorism is the use of violence to create fear for political goals. Freedom of speech allows people to express their opinions without punishment. Authoritarianism is a system where power is held by a single leader or small group. Voter suppression involves actions that prevent certain groups from voting. Political polarization is when society is deeply divided on political issues. Censorship restricts access to information, speech, or media. Border disputes occur when countries disagree about territorial boundaries. International diplomacy is the negotiation and cooperation between nations. 6. Emerging global concerns. New challenges are shaping the future of the world. Here are some key issues. Cybersecurity breaches involve hacking and data theft. Misinformation is the spread of false or misleading information online. Artificial intelligence ethics examines the impact of AI on society. Overpopulation happens when a region has more people than resources can support. Urbanization refers to the growth of cities and migration from rural areas. Climate migration occurs when people relocate due to environmental changes. Food insecurity means people don't have enough access to safe, nutritious food. Renewable resource depletion happens when natural resources are overused. Energy transition is the shift from fossil fuels to cleaner energy sources. Pandemic preparedness refers to planning and resources to prevent future outbreaks.
Let's go over some essential vocabulary related to nature. In this section, we'll explore key nature-related vocabulary, including natural features, climate, wildlife, environmental terms, and outdoor activities. Let's get started. 1. Natural features. Nature is full of stunning landscapes and geological wonders. Here are some important terms. A mountain is a large, elevated area of land, often covered in snow at the top. A river is a flowing body of fresh water that moves toward a lake or ocean. The ocean is the vast body of salt water that covers most of the Earth's surface. A forest is a large area filled with trees, plants, and wildlife. A desert is a dry, barren area with little rainfall. A valley is a low area between mountains or hills. A hill is a raised area of land smaller than a mountain. A canyon is a deep valley with steep sides, often carved by a river. A waterfall is a stream of water that falls from a height. A glacier is a massive body of ice that moves slowly over land. A volcano is a mountain that can erupt with lava and ash. A cave is a natural underground chamber. A lake is a large body of fresh water surrounded by land. A meadow is an open field with grass and wildflowers. 2. Weather and climate. Weather can change daily, while climate describes long-term weather patterns. Here are some common terms. Sunny means the sun is shining with little or no clouds. Cloudy means the sky is covered with clouds. Rainy means precipitation is falling from the sky. Stormy means there is heavy rain, strong winds, or lightning. Humid means the air is hot and full of moisture. Windy means there is strong air movement. Foggy means the air is filled with mist, making it hard to see. Snowy means snow is falling. Chilly means slightly cold, but not freezing. Thunderous means very loud with thunder and lightning. Scorching means extremely hot. Mild means moderate or not too hot or cold. 3. Flora and fauna. Flora refers to plants, while fauna refers to animals. Let's look at some common examples. A tree is a tall plant with a trunk and branches. A flower is a plant that blooms with colorful petals. Grass covers fields, meadows, and lawns. A bird is a feathered animal that can fly. A fish lives in water and breathes through gills. A deer is a large, plant-eating animal found in forests. A butterfly is an insect with colorful wings. A bee is an insect that makes honey. A squirrel is a small rodent that climbs trees. A fox is a wild animal with a bushy tail. A whale is a large marine mammal. A dolphin is an intelligent sea animal known for jumping out of water. A shark is a large, powerful fish with sharp teeth. Coral is a marine organism that forms reefs in warm oceans. 4. Environmental terms. Understanding the environment is key to protecting it. Here are some important terms. An ecosystem is a community of living organisms interacting with their environment. Pollution is harmful substances introduced into nature. Conservation is the act of protecting and preserving nature. Renewable energy comes from sources like the sun, wind, and water. A habitat is the natural home of an animal or plant. Biodiversity refers to the variety of plant and animal life in an area. Global warming is the rise in Earth's temperature due to human activities. Deforestation is the removal of trees, often harming ecosystems. Recycling is the process of reusing materials to reduce waste. Carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases a person or company produces. Climate change refers to long-term changes in global temperatures and weather patterns. Sustainable living means making choices that protect the environment for future generations. 5. Outdoor activities. Many people enjoy outdoor activities to explore nature. Here are some popular ones. Hiking is walking on trails, usually in mountains or forests. Camping is staying outdoors overnight, often in tents. Bird watching is observing birds in their natural habitat. Stargazing is looking at the stars and planets at night. Kayaking is paddling a small boat on a river or ocean. Gardening is growing plants, flowers, or vegetables. Rock climbing is scaling cliffs or artificial climbing walls. Snorkeling is swimming underwater with a mask and snorkel. Fishing is catching fish using a rod or net. Nature photography is taking pictures of landscapes, animals, and plants. Paddleboarding is standing on a board and paddling across the water. Trekking is long-distance hiking, often in mountainous areas. 6. Natural phenomena. Nature creates incredible events. Here are some fascinating natural phenomena. A rainbow is a colorful arc that appears after rain. Aurora borealis is a natural light display in the sky, often seen in polar regions. Sunrise is when the sun appears in the morning. Sunset is when the sun disappears in the evening. An eclipse happens when one celestial body moves into the shadow of another. A tidal wave is a large ocean wave caused by underwater disturbances. An earthquake is the shaking of the ground due to seismic activity. An avalanche is a rapid flow of snow down a mountain. A landslide is the movement of rock and soil down a slope. A drought is a long period with little or no rainfall. A monsoon is a seasonal wind that brings heavy rain. A hurricane is a powerful storm with strong winds and heavy rain.
That's it for today's lesson. We covered key phrases and practical tips to help you talk about daily life in English. Whether it's discussing the weather, commuting, socializing, managing money, or talking about global issues and technology. These lessons will help you feel more comfortable and confident in everyday situations. The best way to improve is by practicing regularly. Try using these phrases when ordering at a cafe, talking about work, or discussing your hobbies. The more you practice, the more natural your English will become. And don't forget, we've uploaded more videos on related topics, so be sure to check them out on our channel and website. Okay, thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. We hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay Fab.